この俺が人間なんだ。
Alright, so in this one, I want to go over two lists, but they coincide with each other. Basically, a top 10 list, and then a color-based list, but the units in the top 10 aren't in the color list because they're in the top 10. This is from a JP player. He has like 30,000 subs or some shit like that, so he's pretty well known. And I'll probably link his channel in the description or something like that, or the video for itself, where he does this entire video. But this is his top 10 of units currently in the game. And then, again, his Z tier units of each color, and then the usable units per that color. But the units on the top 10 are not factored, right? And I want to go over it, because I'm being told my hot take, which I really don't feel is a hot take, but my take of Bardock being above Evolution Blue, Revival Gohan, all these great units, is a hot take. So I want to go over a JP list and see how they rate them. And already, you're seeing Bardock higher than I would ever even put him. To look at it here, top 10, right? Again, I don't know what the fuck it says, but you can go, subtitles, watch the video, figure it out from there, kind of context clues and figure out what he means. But, I mean, 1 obviously means number 1. So number 1, he rates Goku Vegeta over Ultra Gogeta. Now, the only circumstance I can see this is because they color... Look at a charger drop. They color counter basically everything in the game, and they don't really have a weakness that's exploitable besides catching them, and that's it. Like, Goku Vegeta, yes, I do feel are top 3 in the game. People might even say Gogeta 4 is above Goku Vegeta, and, I disagree with that, but, Goku Vegeta, they don't have a full exploitable weakness unless you just catch them. Like, you actually look at them as a unit, like, they can swap between their advantage and disadvantage. Their conditions to get, like, fucked over are very much tougher than any generic unit unless that other unit goes neutral. But then the thing is, this unit can go double advantage, and then another unit's going just neutral, like, which is better. Obviously, Goku Vegeta is better because they can go double advantage. And I'm assuming this is all 14 stars because JP players 14 star fucking everything, so, yeah. Goku Vegeta, I wouldn't say number 1. Obviously, I think Ultra Gogeta is, but I'm not too interested in that. I'm more interested as we go down here. Obviously, you know what I'm talking about with Bardock. Ultra Gogeta, number 2. I'm assuming because the Super Saiyan setup, I just mentioned that units can go neutral. Well, Ultra Gogeta's hitting neutral, if not, sometimes even advantage, when he's disadvantaged on the Super Saiyan team, because he just does so much damage, the boost for him. I do feel like Goku Vegeta and, well, obviously Goku Vegeta, but Super Gogeta will fall at least a little bit. Obviously, every unit will fall at least a little bit after boost. I still really do think Ultra Gogeta will be number 1 after boost ends, because I hope they don't want to make an LF that's better than their newest summonable Ultra, the first one, right? Like, I really hope that's not the case, but Goku Vegeta probably will be lower on, this guy's list, anyone's list, than Ultra Gogeta if he's not already. But Ultra Gogeta can just do it all. He has hella core teams. He can do everything. He doesn't need help. He is himself, and himself being how he is just perfect for what he can be. And yeah, there's nothing really to say about Ultra Gogeta that you don't already know. He is legitimately everything you could ask for in a unit, and more, and then more, and then more, and then more. Like, there is not really a negative to this guy, which is why I say he's number 1, like everyone else probably does. But it's interesting to see a different opinion, for sure. Bardock as number 3 in the entire game. Now this. Okay, so I have a 9-star Bardock, right? I have an opinion of a decent star Bardock, and I feel like, my value of him has increased, obviously. 9 stars from 5 stars. Yes, my value has increased for him. I like him more and more and more. Truly, I could put him as, what? Let's say, top 10 units in the game. It would be Ultra Gogeta. Bardock would probably fit in a top 10/top 20 setting of, like, this entire game for me, right? I said this earlier, I say this now. But number 3? I don't know. The issue is with number 3 is the main thing that kind of sticks out for him, and even, I would say every player should agree with this, that he doesn't have a main team. The main thing with Bardock is you want his key battery, right? That's the main thing you really want for him, so he can, like, just do his shit, so he can get those combos extended, so he can get those timer counts done, so he can get his peak damage inflicted, right? By the first swap out, you probably want him to be at like 110, 120% already before like anything happens. That's like 12 to 16 counts. Not really that hard to do, right? You take a combo, you do a combo back, you have double card draw speed. By then, it's probably 12 to 20 counts already done. Okay, you're at about 120 to 140% damage inflicted. The thing is, with that, if you have such a high damage inflicted, you look at, let's say, Ultra Gogeta, who has, I believe, 140 or something similar to that, and he has key batteries, right? And he gets key on his own on his entry. That's the difference between Ultra Gogeta and Bardock, where I don't see Bardock is in the same realm of even discussion of Ultra Gogeta. Even Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, who also gets key on entry, that little line of text, restores own key by this on entry, is very important, and Bardock does not have that. He has so many good things about him, but top 3, I think, is a miss here. Again, if you're going to look at units, not even just LFs, I'm pretty sure this list, well, obviously not because Ultra, but yeah, not even just LFs, it's just top 10 Ultra Sparkings, I guess. Bardock is not, I don't see the value of number 3. I can see top 10 if you want to push it, for sure. Like, top 10 units in the game, if you really want to be nice to him, yes. But him not being core on a team and not having a team that's good for him, like, as ideal as Ultra Gogeta does, as ideal as Goku Vegeta do, that's, like, the main drawback of him. He just doesn't core on a team. There's just better units for his teams. So that's the only thing, I think, holding him back from number 3. You know, his endurance, it's not something you're meant to be relying upon. It's just something that's there. Like, okay, I have that now. Cool. I have this type neutral defensively. Cool. I don't need it. I shouldn't have to need it every match. If I do, I'm probably playing badly with the character. But if I get it, cool. I'm at a bigger advantage than I already was. And then, you know, that's just how that is. But number 3, you could be very generous and put him in the top 10, and he'd be the lowest part of top 10. But number 3, I cannot agree with that. No way. Gogeta 4 below Bardock. Again, Gogeta 4 is the core. That's, I mean, not replacing Bardock, but he's core where Bardock isn't core on Saiyans, right? You're on a Saiyan team of, let's say, Gogeta 4, Ultra Gogeta, and then, I don't know, if you want to run like a fusion setup of it, then you run Super Vegeta or Maju. If you want to run just the Saiyan setup, you run Goku Vegeta. I don't know, you just run some bullshit like that because you don't really need much synergy because they're all just such great units. You just all run them together and just work out because they're all so great. Gogeta 4 is core, while Bardock is not. That's literally it. I mean, Gogeta 4 is a lot of things going from. Besides that, you know, always peak damage inflicted on his come-in. He can neutral on his main ability and all that, but yeah, seeing Gogeta 4 below Bardock, I cannot agree with that. Keep going, though. Sort of Hope Trunks as number 5. Now, this is a miss to me. Future Gohan, I still value as better than Sort of Hope Trunks. Now, if they're both at 14, I assume this is talking about their gauge because it says that max text there. They're relying on the gauge, if I'm assuming this correctly. Again, even with that, okay, post-gauge Trunks is better than Future Gohan. I agree with that. But if you are a good player, and I know this is a stupid argument, but it's still an argument that exists, I usually kill Trunks before his gauge pops. Unless I'm fighting against, you know, a 14-star Trunks when I have, like, a 6-star Goku Vegeta, I'm killing Trunks before his gauge pops, so he can't pop off on me. That's just that simple. I will use Super Vegeta's ultimate early. I will use Ultra Gogeta's ultimate early. I will use all these things early to kill him pre-gauge, because I don't want to deal with that gauge. I don't want to lose my key. I don't want all these issues to happen to me. So if you're someone that understands how many hits it takes and all this, and you've been playing long enough, you kind of realize that gauge really won't proc as often as you can. Because Trunks right now, he's in a spot that's really weird. This meta is very, like, you're dying within a combo. Like, someone dies within a combo from Ultra Gogeta, from Super Vegeta, from Goku Vegeta, from all these really good units, right? That's just happening. Like, that's not a debate, that's happening. Trunks, he needs, what, 5 hits? He needs to take 5 hits? A lot of units die in 5 hits. Trunks is not an exception. And then with Ultra Gogeta nullifying endurance for 30 counts, that fucks Trunks. Super Vegeta, main ability, cancels all your buffs. All his cut is gone. That fucks Trunks. There's a lot of things that fuck Trunks. He's in a meta And again, it came out at such a pretty bad time for him, to be real, that it's too quick to die. He needs any meta. It's similar to Bardock, honestly. He needs a meta where the game is slower so he can take these hits and have his gauge active for longer. Right now, you just die too quick. It is just that easy. You just die too quick. And now you might say, why Future Gohan then above Trunks? Because Future Gohan, at least when he's dying, he's offering something. He's disrupting better. He's, you know, even if you don't get the actual blast cover change, you're destroying 2 cards, right? Like, fuck it. You're getting something out of it. You're getting something at least more valuable than just dying before your gauge and your peaks ever can be. Future Gohan, you know, you're not worried about his peak damage, you're worried about what he can do for others, because he's meant to be your disrupt support. So that's why I feel like Future Gohan's a little bit above, because Sword Hope Trunks is just in a bad spot of the meta. Like, he wants his gauge to be a thing that's, like, there. Like, you either get that shit pop early game because someone did too long of a combo, or you get that shit late game and make a comeback, right? Regardless, it's hard to do that right now because units kill you so easily, so quickly. The meta is way too quick of how units kill, that Trunks, I would say his value is just lower than Future Gohan, and even Super Vegito, but then Future Gohan to compare them because they're both on the same team, right? That's why I feel like Future Gohan's above. So I would say swap those. That is a miss for Trunks being higher than Future Gohan. Super Vegito, Zamasu Black, Bardock, and yeah, okay, number 10's a miss. Number 10's a miss. Super Vegito, I would put him number 5. Obviously, I just did my LF tier list, and these are predominantly LFs, right? Besides, like, 2 units here. Just the Super Saiyan team, too good. The Fusion team, he is a sub-option, so I will give that to Trunks because he has to be a main option on his teams because, well, why the fuck else are you going to put him on the teams, right? Of, like, Future, maybe Vegeta Clan. Super Vegito is a main, then a sub-option, but, I mean, let's compare Future to Super Saiyans. Super Saiyans is the best team in the game, at least to me. People might debate that, but regardless, Future is worse, a lot worse, than Super Saiyans. It's like, bar none, it's not even a debate at that point. You have Future Gohan on Super Saiyan, on Future, rather, that can't really tank a Super Vegito that's getting crit buffed by, you know, a Bardock. Then you have Ultra Gogeta, who, I mean, basically nullifies Future because 2 endurance units, well, 30 counts going, oh, 30 counts going again. You have 60 counts, basically, at peak of nullify endurance. It's like, you have to get 10 times better scenarios for your Future units to do even close to the damage of your Super Saiyan units, and that's with the Super Saiyan crits, but, like, that's gonna happen. It's just gonna happen because RNG be just random as shit. So Super Vegito I put above Sword of Hope, but not above G4, right? Bardock, man, he's so fucking high. Holy shit. So high up there. He would probably be, on this list, he would probably be like 7th or 8th. But Zamasu and Black, I'm gonna be real, they are so destined to fall off. Holy shit. Like, they're fine. You know, I see an issue with them with, again, the Super Saiyan roster, because yes, bring a green. I agree. Bring a green against 2 blues. I feel that. But I also feel that Ultra Gogeta, I legitimately had this last night when I was just playing off camera. A 14-star Zamasu and Black got 6-carded? 6-carded, I think, to an Ultra Gogeta, my Ultra Gogeta, who's 10 stars. I think double Zenkai buff on Super Saiyans, right? To get that killed that quickly, given I did get crits, but again, the team is centered around the idea of, hey, let's get crits because, well, I'm going to amp the shit out of my units. Why not just get crits on top of it? The fact that a green can die that quickly, I don't know. Especially after boost, they will not be in this department of top 10, but even right now, I think this is a little bit gassed. I would say Bardock holds significantly more value because of how good Super Saiyans is right now. Maybe not Bardock is better individually. Honestly, you could even debate Bardock might be better individually than Zamasu and Black, but Zamasu and Black should not be top 10, truly. Bardock, Super Saiyans. Super Saiyans, yes. And his individual kit, it's really not bad. It really hasn't aged. It's just, you know, not as peak as it was when he first came out, even though it still isn't bad, right? Then LF Rose. I would love if I could read this kanji, but I'm assuming... Oh, I'm assuming here it's because he nullifies endurance, because LF Rose has 90% damage inflicted, The only way he gets more is if you pop his green card, which, by the way, if you miss it, it's a long animation, so you get fucked if you miss that. And then he loses damage inflicted as, I believe, an enemy dies. So when there's one enemy where Ultra Gogeta's in a prime spot to 1v3, because he has his ult, he has the lock-in already, given he has that 2v3, but 1v3, Rose has 70% to damage inflicted. 70%. People are memeing on BARDOCK saying he doesn't do much damage. He has 90% innately, and then he builds up to 160, 190 on his first card, 240 if his first card is an ultimate when he's peaked out, built up. People are memeing on BARDOCK for 90. Rose has 70 when there's one guy alive. Yeah. 80 when there's two guys alive. Where Ultra Gogeta starts to be his prime peak scenario of, hey, you're fucked here. You are fucked. You can't move. You can't do anything. Rose, you're not even a top 30 unit in the game, truly. But, okay, so we did the top 10 list. Now, this coincides, right? So the units on that list will not be on this list. But these are units, the ones with Z are units they feel, or he feels rather, are usable in PvP. But the ones without Z are like barely usable but accessible, right? So Bojack and Croton's Masu he values as units, and FSK that are good in PvP right now. Look, I don't think any red should be valued as good in PvP right now. I'm just gonna be blunt. I don't think any red should be in that department, truly. But I really have no take on that. Yeah, I just don't think any red should even be in that department. Yellow. Okay, DKP, yes. Deku, yes. Piccolo, I would say more usable than good, but yes. Birdku, Birdku's a hit or miss. I don't mind him not being, like, great for right now. Evolution Blue, yes. Gogeta Blue, no. Majub, hell yeah. Full Power Frieza, yeah. And then Forku. Yeah, I would say Piccolo, Gogeta Blue, and yeah, it's just those two, really. Piccolo and Gogeta Blue probably, they're just a little bit too slow. I know people are actually defending Gogeta Blue a lot. I don't know where this defense is coming from. Gogeta Blue needs to do a full combo to get even, like, remotely decent damage inflicted. So I don't know how people are defending. Because I see a lot of defense for him. It's like, what? Did he get, like, a buff or something? Because I see so much defense, it's like, I just don't see any value of him right now, because he takes longer than LF Piccolo, actually, because you're relying on yourself to get a full combo when LF Piccolo is literally just timer count, right? It's like, you're not always going to get that full combo the first time. LF Piccolo, you can always get a transformation. Well, somehow, if you somehow fuck that up, I don't know what you're doing, but 90% of the time, you can always get a transformation. But yeah, Android 18, Forku, Piccolo, Gogeta Blue, and Birdku, I would say, are okay, but they're not, like, as good as DKP, Deku, and all these other units for sure. Honestly, I would say Majub and DKP, maybe even Full Power Frieza, are in their own, like, realm, where their value is more significant than Evolution Blue, Deku, and these other units below them, but it's not bad for yellow. I would say that's okay enough. Purple, Android 21, okay. Okay. Zenkai Frieza, Koku, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and Revival Gohan. Then they have as usable, but not the greatest, Murdzamasu, Janemba, Purple, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, LF Cell, and then Hit. Okay, so I use 21, and I use Cell. Both on their peak, optimal, ideal spots of Triple Zenkai buff. With the Triple Zenkai buff team, which I don't think they're factoring here, but I'm just going to say out loud, Cell is shitting on Android 21. Now, maybe on a no Zenkai buff team of a very generic setup of, let's say, Regen or Androids, whatever, 21 is better than Cell barely. Okay, that's fine. Zenkai Frieza, I think he's usable. I think he's in the realm of, you know, these other units like Cell, because I think Cell is better. Zenkai Frieza? I don't know about that, man. Especially some of these other few. Janemba? Janemba? Purple Hit? What? Purple Hit dies in 2 cards. Janemba, he's a defense type with probably the lowest defense stats of most Zenkais in the entire game since he released, because every Zenkai post of him, I think, has a higher defense stat than him, and he's a defense type. Purple Super Saiyan 3 Goku? I guess because he has Android 18, which, I mean, Purple Super Saiyan Goku literally is Android 18, just worse. Purple is interesting. Zenkai Frieza, I think I think he's usable, but he's not more usable than Cell. What? Purple hit, I don't think should be here. Merz Masu, you can debate him. Honestly, I think he just doesn't get his full build-up enough times in a match because it's 4 fucking new combos. And you're dead in 4 new... You're dead in 1 new combo, realistically. Like, you're not getting his full build-up. Purple Janemba, no way. Yeah, purple, I think that's a big miss there. Green? Okay. What the hell? Wait, really? Really? Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Broly? I would say Topo is better than both of those. I would say Pod Frieza is better than both of those. What? Wait, how? Super Saiyan 3 Goku dies before he can get half his second unique. What do you mean? How? And Green Broly? What the fuck Green Broly doing out here? I don't even see a Green Broly. I know, that doesn't mean he's necessarily bad because you don't see them. Like, there's a lot of units that are actually pretty good that you don't see. Like Ice and Nova, they actually look pretty sizable and actually runnable. You don't see, I wouldn't put them on this list, but they're actually, like, runnable. But Green Broly, what? Above God Topo? What? If I were to, like, fix Green, I would say God Topo would be the Z, because he's probably the best Green on this, like, list here, at least. And then maybe Frieza? I wouldn't even have Super Saiyan 3 Goku on this, or Gotenks for that fucking matter. What the hell is that? Okay. Yeah, I can't even think of how this is validated. How? I don't value any of these greens. Maybe God Topo, maybe the Pod Frieza, but anywhere else? Anyone else? No, I don't think anyone does. Is anyone using Super Saiyan 3 Goku that thinks he's valuable? Because I don't. Okay, interesting. And then the last one here, blue. Oh boy. Z tier choices would be LF Broly, Kid Buu, and Namek Goku. To be real, some of these units shouldn't even be here anyways. Kaioken Goku shouldn't be here. Super Saiyan Blue Goku shouldn't be here. EX Jiren, his teams are so ass. I don't even think he should be here because his teams. But unit-wise, sure, why not? And then the others, sure, why not? Vegito Blue, I guess if he's 14 starts, yes. But Namek Goku, JP players are usually very good with Namek Goku, so I'll give that a pass. Okay. LF Broly. LF Broly, when he's replaced 1,000,000 times on Super Saiyans, he should be usable, but he is not a top tier choice of a blue. And then Kid Buu. No. He's an okay choice. He's a usable choice. But a top tier blue choice, no. Honestly, it should just be Namek Goku, because if you're like godly Namek Goku, sure. If you're great with them. But that's it. Broly, he's usable. Kid Buu, he's usable. But they're not top tier options. This green and blue, honestly purple's a little bit of a miss too. Green and blue though, they are big misses to me. Okay. Yeah, man. Purple Janemba, purple hit. I don't know where these guys go. And then having FSK, Carlton Masu, and Bojack. None of them should be in this zero. And if he's rating it as like the idea that, hey, maybe these are the best reds, like sure, have that be there, but you can't even say Omega's a better red than Bojack, right? At least, no? I hope so, because Omega does so much more than Bojack or Crotomer's Master can even do. He can at least eat a hit. Yeah, this color list definitely is interesting, but let me know what you guys think of this top 10 list overall, and then his color list pertaining to that top 10 list. You know, one including, one without including the same units. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's very unique to see these different lists, and it is, you know, something nice to do to get a different opinion, I guess, or a different take or different outlook. But I disagree with a lot of this. Let me know what you guys think of it, though, and I'll see you guys in the next one.